All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
And welcome back to another episode of Will of the Council. It's your boy Joseph. I've got Jordan in the booth.
Hold on, let me just take a nice sip of the cleanest water you could possibly get out of my beautiful 40-ounce Stanley mug. Give me 1 second.
We've got Danny in the Antarctic Peninsula.
Okay, Jordan, you gotta hurry up with this. I'm freezing right now.
Oh, sorry. Well, you're cold and shivering, but I am enjoying the crisp ice glacier water right from the source.
And we've got Becky on the ones and twos. How are you all doing today?
I don't know. We'll see in a week.
Yeah, the microorganisms eat you alive.
Okay, so I guess we should start by explaining what is going on here. Dear listener, in case you didn't know, genius, philanthropist, rapper, Simpsons appearer honor, Ludacris, did something this week that you would expect to see in the start of like a zombie movie.
Yeah. Maybe like an intro Family Guy bit.
I can't believe that he did. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I can believe that he did this because I don't think a lot of people know what this can do to you. And I will pass it back to you, Joseph, to now elucidate the listener.
Yeah, tell them all about it.
Okay, so if you haven't seen, there's a tweet where Ludacris talks about how he has a bucket list, or as he likes to call it, a fuck it list.
Oh, please subscribe to the Patreon.
No, that's really what he says in the thing. He's like, but I actually call it a fuck it list. It's like, all right, dude, I get it. But it's about all the incredible things that he wants to do before he dies. And one of them is drink natural spring water fresh from a glacial source. So he has gone to a glacier in Antarctica that is melting, probably because
Alaska, actually.
Alaska, rather. Yeah, it's melting because of all the AI that we're using, and he dips just like a plastic cup that you would bring to the gym.
I think it's like a thermos, right? Or
yeah, he takes a drink of it, and then he goes, "Woo!" and he like runs off excited.
Oh!
And I don't know if you know this, dear listener. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
Don't do this. Please don't do this.
Glaciers that have water trapped in them, it turns out that like the water that was frozen in glaciers 2 billion years ago is full of like pathogens and ancient diseases that we have since eradicated and have no like immune response to. And so one of the scariest things about climate change is that these pathogens will get re-released as these glaciers melt. But Ludacris was like, I'm expediting that entire process. Get in my stomach.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be, that's one of his fuck it list items, is he wants to be the arbiter of some horrible disease that was not here until like the thousands. Like that.
It's funny because like this is the first time I have seen Ludacris in, I guess, like my news cycle, my For You page or whatever. This is like, oh, he's back. Hey, what's he doing? Dude, wait, Ludacris, you can't do that. Don't do that.
I love the quote tweet that's like, is anybody checking on him?
Yes. Like, we haven't heard from this guy in like 48 hours.
Yeah. Can somebody get this person to a hospital, please? It's so funny. It's so funny that things like this that you would hope would be common knowledge is just not. Like, I don't think like Ludacris is like an idiot for this, but like, I don't think he's an idiot at all. But I don't think he's an idiot for not knowing about this, because like, how do you know that this is a scientific thing unless somebody tells you, right? And it is so possible that him and everyone around him just does not know the dangers of drinking glacial water. I think that is very interesting, which is why education is very important.
Well, the thing is, like, I understand being like, oh, this water looks like whatever. You go and you're like, oh, water, sure. And I understand people not immediately knowing maybe that there's like frozen, germs or whatever that have stayed in the ice for a long time. But I just can't fathom not going, is that safe to drink? Can we find out first before I do this? Like,
I guess that's fair.
I feel like that's the first line, and nope, nobody checked them. No, they
but
were
it
like,
looks
whatever,
so
it's
clean.
just water. Yeah, I bet it tastes so good for 2 seconds before your insides are eaten alive.
That's the thing. It looks so refreshing.
The bluest blue.
I know.
Oh, this ocean looks so yummy.
Yummy.
It's like, do you remember when people were doing the Beyonce thing and they were dipping their mango in the ocean and getting crazy sick?
Stop.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
The same concept as that.
When did that happen?
Wait, Jordan, you
this
can't
was, like,
drink this
years
glacier
ago.
water. Me with a glacier-shaped stomach. Okay.
We ran out of glacier.
Yeah.
Stupid, dumb, very dumb. So insanely stupid.
Oh, no,
God.
that's so good. It's prayers to you, Ludacris. I hope you're still doing okay.
I hope you're
Please
kicking it.
Please post
I
an
hope
update
you are
soon.
living.
Yeah, I hope you're alive.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to get into it?
Post.
Let's Reddit time. Let's Reddit time.
All right. Reddit. Okay, we're going to begin with this one.
No.
Comes from AITAH.
Wahoo!
This is from username X Daddy Simp. Okay, so this one is 13 hours old at time of reading, but he is now gone. This post has 5 Reddit diamonds.
Oh, yes.
What are you talking about?
No, they're Reddit
I
awards. They're
see
Reddit
it.
awards. Yeah.
Yeah. So people spent money to say this was epic. All right, so
I love this website.
I
Oh, boy.
love this
yeah,
website.
this website, it's incredible. It's really incredible.
Ooh,
All right, are you
boy.
ready to hear this incredible story?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, so this one's called AITAH for sleeping with my ex's dad because she slept with mine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm a 28-year-old guy and I'm bi.
Oh,
I'm on your side, not the asshole.
Yes.
Not where I thought this post was going. Okay. Shame on me.
Let's
I
go.
assumed a little bit. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
My ex-girlfriend, 26, and I were together for 7 years and were supposed to get married in November of 2024. She comes from a pretty religious Christian family, only her dad is around because her mom passed away when she was young. 8 months ago, I found out she was cheating on me with my dad.
Jesus.
Oh, that's awful.
This blew up my entire life. My mom's 25-year marriage went down the drain, and I obviously broke up with my ex right then and there. 4 months later, I went to work in a nearby state, company business. I was at a bar one night when I ran into my ex's dad. We started talking, got pretty drunk. He told me he was bi but never came out because of religion and his upbringing. Yeah, okay. I was wondering why he was telling me this. Something seemed off. As the night and the drinks progressed, he became overly touchy and, well, I didn't tell him off. I liked it. We kept drinking, and one thing led to another, and we ended up in bed together. We met up a few more times during my stay there, and even after I got back. This went on for a few months. Then out of nowhere, he blocked me on everything. Whatever, I moved on. We made it clear it was casual. Last week, my ex called me, absolutely losing it. She had found out about her dad and me because someone spotted us at a motel where we went, and now he's been kicked out of his church and is facing serious backlash from the community. She blames me for everything, saying I ruined her family and dad's life. Did I? Am I the asshole?
How's it fucking feel?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I am a petty bitch. I am a listener. You might not know this, but I am a petty little bitch who loves drama. This go, King. Ruin her life. Do it. Yup. Hell yes.
That's crazy. That's wild. I also can't believe she has the gall to come back after having sex with his dad. Like,
Nah. He's bi. He better fuck everybody. Fuck the mom too.
I think you people are being a little
Correct.
okay. So yeah,
a
so
little
here's the problem.
100% right. A little perfect in every way.
Every time I get in a call with you two,
Yeah.
you all have the Redditor virus. You would give this Reddit platinum or whatever.
Hell yeah, I would.
Reddit diamond gold.
Reddit diamonds.
You see 2 eyes on an individual's head and you said, damn, we could go 1 for 1 there. Like, yeah, it was funny that she fucked his dad and then he fucked her dad. Like, that is comedic for sure. But like, come on. Did
No.
you really have to do it, or were you just being a petty bitch that loves drama?
Hey, look, get your lick back. That's all I'm saying. 100%. I don't care.
Okay. To be honest, though, like, I feel like you missed the forest for the trees, right? Like, is it his fault that this guy the dad is, going out and having sex with other guys and not like, figuring out his own life and relationships. Like, this is not, if it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be some other guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but the difference between some other guy and him is that he fucked your daughter and some other guy wasn't going to be in that position, right?
Look, man.
You're like, it could have been anyone. It's like, it could have. The reason this story is horrifying is because it isn't.
I mean, yeah, okay, the story is horrifying. Like, don't get me wrong. From stem to stern,
True.
the text on the screen in front of me is making me want to, like, vomit my whole guts out. Like, don't mistake me. But I knock the guy. But besides, like, whatever. Like, Danny's right. Like,
I
who
do think it's
cares?
like a poetic justice moment, right? Like, well, she did fuck my dad, and here he is. Here's her dad coming on to me. Why not? Right?
Yeah,
I don't know if I could really say he's an asshole for it. Like, I think it definitely stirs the pot, but like, to be fair, like, it was like a casual thing. Like he blocked him on everything. So he was just like, all right, whatever. I'm not going to like continue this. And then later gets like found out after he's already like done. So I don't know. I feel like, again, I know it could have been any one moment, but like, I feel like the bigger issue is just that the dad was fucking around with other men.
Wait, well, no. Don't get me wrong. It is the dad's fault that this happened.
Sure.
Okay.
Like, listen, you are correct in the blame should be placed in this scenario on the dad, right? Like, he was the one who chose to have gay sex with this guy. But like, could the guy have not exercised a little bit of restraint and been like, am I doing this because I'd like to or for petty revenge reasons?
I don't know. He doesn't like. He goes to a bar. He doesn't have the intent of seeking out this chick's dad to fuck. They're just there. They start talking and then they hit it off. Like, I don't know, man. He's not with her anymore. There's no, like, if he wants to have sex with an older guy that just so happens to be his ex's dad,
Okay.
like, sure. I don't know.
You two are straight, right?
Yes. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Let's say you're single, you go to a bar, and at the bar is your ex's mother. Would it be gauche of you to fuck them?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to put myself in a position where I was with an ex and I was like, no, I don't think so.
Maybe I'm falling for the like Reddit epic own moment, right? Like,
You are.
maybe
yes,
I'm
clearly.
falling for it was so awesome when this epic owned happened, and
It
like
would be so awesome.
it would be so
if
cool.
I fucked your dad.
But like the post isn't even it's not. He wasn't even trying to do an epic own. He just met somebody that he ended up wanting to have sex with, and that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
the thing that keeps me on his side is like, he did not develop this revenge plot to go fuck her dad. It just, like, I don't know, they hit it off at a bar and it happened. Like, this was not like a huge
and he was
plot.
like drunk. Like, they were just drinking, and it's
Well, okay, hold up. It's not like it was one night of ridiculous passion.
Oh, yeah, they did
He
do
talks
it
about it. He's like,
all
oh, we did it a bunch.
Well, that's still the
We said to each other, oh, it's just some casual fun. Like, come on.
yes.
okay, but
and I
like,
think
okay,
that's
okay.
justified.
If you agree that the person who is at fault here is the dad, why do we have to also play the kind of minutia game of like, well, you did technically an assholey thing? Like, I feel like it's still unfair to be like, you were still kind of an asshole. Like, no, you know what? I don't know. It's hard to describe. Does that make sense? It doesn't make
You
sense.
know what? Actually, I'm not even going to cede that ground. Why is the dad at fault?
I don't know. Well,
What do you
because
mean?
he's the one in the relationship. He's the married man.
No, he's not.
Wait.
No, only her dad is around because her mom passed away when she was young. He's not in a relationship from what I've read. Yeah.
Oh, hold up.
Wait.
Wait,
Ah,
hold
yeah,
up. Whoa,
now
whoa,
who's
whoa,
not
whoa, whoa.
reading?
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm not reading. I'm an idiot. Let's go.
So wait, hold up. There's no mom in the picture. The only person that's being hurt here is the girl, and she's being hurt because her ex slept with her dad, which she also did.
I'm waiting for it.
Give
it to me.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah,
Come on.
you're
Come
right.
to my side.
Holy shit.
Come to my
He's
side.
single.
Yeah, I can feel it.
I'm with
The
Beebs again. Let's go with
the
Jordan.
pull. Yes, I'm lassoing you both around your waists. Come
He's
to me. Like cattle to the farmer. Come here. Nobody's in the wrong.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Yes, come to me. My magnetic pull of perfect opinionness is working.
It's a little different, I will admit.
It's definitely different.
What she's upset about is that he ruined her life by doing what she did, but the one she did was even worse because it ruined the parents' marriage.
Yeah. I completely missed that. I'm so glad you pointed it out. I thought I read it wrong in that because I heard she comes from a relationship only her dad was around because her mom passed away. I didn't know also that he's by himself.
Oh my God. Ruined her family and her dad's life. Fuck you.
True.
This is such a Reddit, I'm going to get you back for what you did to me type shit. It's so Reddit. It's so...
He doesn't try. That's not the reason he did it.
He's not saying it because it would make him sound like a petty little freak, but come on. You think it hadn't crossed his mind?
Okay. Okay.
I do like they named themselves ex-daddy Sim.
I refuse to put that. Look, I'm a petty bitch. I refuse to think that this guy is a petty bitch. Because if he was a petty bitch, he would have told her about it right after he fucking did it.
Okay, fuck, he really did not tell her either, right?
You.
It was like a...
Yeah!
Jordan! That's
I'm
my
so
goal!
right. Yes! Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, this one feels kind of like a victimless crime, you know? He's fucking a single dad who just so happens to be related to a woman who fucked his married dad.
And he got kicked out of church? Man, fuck that church.
He didn't try to he didn't try to rub it in her face or...
And he stopped. He just didn't interact. It was just all right, well, I guess it's over, right? And then just never thought about it. And then just gets the random call they find out.
He only got found out because some fucking nosy Nancy from the fucking Westboro Baptist Church had eyes on the dad.
Oh man. Oh,
damn,
I'm pumping my fists in the air, fueled by adrenaline and correct opinions. Fuck, man. Yeah.
I just read it wrong. I literally just didn't even understand. I thought the dad had someone. Nope.
Yeah,
just a single dude. He's allowed to fuck whoever then.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Okay.
I guess, are you guys ready to vote?
Hell yeah.
I guess so.
Decision time.
All right. When it comes to this petty, freakish, dad fucking bisexual man, is he the asshole? 3, 2, 1.
No. Dick for dick,
Oh my God. Get that hole,
we can
bro.
go dick for dick.
We can go dick
Fuck
for
that.
We can go hole for hole.
It's the most Redditor behavior that I'm ever going to condone on this show.
Fair.
But
Fair enough.
legitimately, it seems completely fine. It seems completely fine. The only person who's mad about it is this woman who ruined your life and her awful religion.
I can't even give you the point about it being Reddit behavior because he doesn't do this with the intention of getting back at her. He keeps doing it, so they obviously had some sort of genuine connection, at least enough to keep it casual.
Stop. This username had 5 Reddit diamonds, and the name of the post is, "Am I the asshole for sleeping with my ex's dad because she slept with mine?"
It's because the title is painted that way. No, I can't do it.
I'll also side with Joseph that this is very Reddit because the account immediately got banned.
Yeah, they were like, "No,
I don't care." Nope. This dude is a perfect angel. I think
they're a repeat offender.
Nope,
assume.
absolutely not.
But I hope it's real. And if it is, I'm glad Jordan got me back into my petty instincts.
Yeah, you're damn fucking right. All right.
Let's go.
Okay, but wait, hold up. Let's think about it this way. Okay, let's say you're 30 years old. You guys are 30, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm 31.
Thanks.
Yes.
Let's say you're 31 years old and you're dating a 22-year-old you met in a Roblox ERP server. Okay?
Can't put my brain in this one, but sure.
Awful, just awful.
During sex, she talks about skibbity toilet. So let's say that
I hate you. Okay.
she fucks one of your parents and you have to break it off. And then you find a couple of months later, her single mom, let's say 45 years old, in a bar. Would it be bad to hook up?
Do I think that she's hot?
Yes.
No.
Well, I was going to say, I thought it should be clear you think she's hot. I made her 45.
No, that's it. Like, all right, in this hypothetical, is she hypothetically my type? And also, we have a connection when talking.
She is breathing, yes. You have a connection.
Shut the fuck up.
You both You both
we hit
you
it
both
off. We hit it
are
off. Are we hitting it off?
Yeah, your connection is like, oh, my daughter is such an idiot, and you're like, yeah, she is, you know. she fucked my dad, you know.
There's
That's
no problem
crazy.
with this.
You bond over the child, and then
I hate you. I think you
what
are
if the
so
mom
gross.
goes, you know what my child would hate is if we hooked up. Then are
That's
you
not
allowed
what
to do
happens
it?
in a scenario, though.
Okay, all right, but what if I feel like he might have been thinking it.
Oh
What-
my god.
Let's move on.
All right, we're done.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Let's say that the mom fucks your mom, and then you see the grandma, age 95, in a bar. She makes a suggestive look at you by
Is she
removing
hot?
her
Do
dentures.
we hit it off?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hot?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
man.
Oh my god.
The council has spoken.
This next one comes from AITIH as well. This is 5 hours old.
Yes, fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh meat.
All right, this is from Big Imagination 7390. And this individual has posted some real weird ones. This is not their first post to AITAH, but they've posted in tipping, in child free. So this is going to be a Reddit power user.
Good.
Oh, good. All right.
All right. This says, am I the asshole for not sending a wedding gift to a wedding I wasn't invited to? Yes.
I don't know.
All right, so here we go.
Okay.
So I am a part of a friends group consisting of me and my partner, and couples I will refer to as couples A, B, and C. I am not super close to couple C in the last few years compared to A and B, but back in the day I was, and I was the one who introduced them to A and B. I'm Facebook friends with all of them.
Okay.
Couple C posted they were engaged, and couples A and B offered to have an engagement party. Me and my partner were invited, but we noticed that couple C was cool to us. Okay, that happens. We didn't give it much thought. Couple C announces they sent out invitations, and if you hadn't got one, to let them know. We didn't get one, so I let them know and got a curt okay. They said they were going to hand deliver to those on a certain day and would call. No response, so I let them know, and they once again said okay. We later found out from couple B that they decided not to invite us, and were not happy we were invited to the engagement party. They didn't say why, but we figured that they no longer wanted to be friends. We were okay about this, but stayed Facebook friends basically to see wedding photos. Imagine my surprise when I get an announcement after the wedding, and then they attack us on Facebook for not sending gifts. Apparently, if you received the announcement, you were supposed to send the gift. I've never heard this, but another friend who does not know them said that you should. I'm not sending a gift to a wedding I wasn't invited to unless there was a reason, like a destination or married at the courthouse. Am I the asshole here?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know a lot of like crazy standard wedding procedures, but from reading this, this feels wrong, right?
I like that
genuinely
we
don't
made
know.
the exact same noise.
Danny,
So
that's my I'm on the fence noise.
Okay.
It's your jobs to pull me one way. Go.
Okay. Oh, well, it's my job. Fuck you, bitch.
I don't know where I'm sitting either.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll start. I think this interaction feels really strange to me. They clearly wanted to go, right? They were like, oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
we're friends. When's the invite? And they're like, okay. And then they're like, okay. And then they just don't invite them, right? And just like, all right, we actually just like don't want you there. And so they were fine. And then get like the harassment via Facebook is where I find it very off. I think that's crazy like Facebook mom behavior to then complain and be like, I can't believe they didn't send us a gift. We told them to come. Like I can't imagine being like, you have to give a gift when you didn't go.
Yeah, and it's like this weird thing of like, you know what? Actually, okay, I'm kind of landing somewhere, Joseph. If you don't mind that I go next.
Yeah, go.
The even though a wedding is a very special occasion, and I understand that there are, you know, if you do get like go to a wedding or like know about a wedding or something like that, there's sort of like a protocol, like a social protocol that you have to abide by. But I always get a little like at people that have this entitlement to a gift. Like, you have a registry, and a registry is an important part of a wedding, but being like, everybody here is supposed to be giving us a gift. I don't love that. Like, that feels like it's just a sense of entitlement that kind of irks me a little bit. Even though I know a wedding is a very special day and there is like a social cue around getting gifts, it's just like, I don't know. The acting entitled to getting a gift here is really, really weird. Even though it's like, I don't know, like feeling so entitled that you should be getting a gift to someone whilst also not extending the gift of an invitation to the wedding or engagement party. Like,
Yeah.
Like, that's really icky.
Because like the gift I feel the most like I can give to this kind of situation is that if you do give a gift, it almost feels kind of like a kind of subtle transaction, kind of, you know, you give them a gift and you get to go have the wedding and they provide the food and drinks, etc. and the party, right? And the fun. And so you give them a gift, not that you need either. Again, it's just to give your gift friend a gift, and you don't always have to give a gift, right? Like, it depends on the circumstances. Some people I think charge like per plate, and they're like, we need help with money because we want to provide an awesome wedding, but we just don't have the budget. You know, I think I know people who do that, and some don't, and like it just depends on the wedding. But this, like, not even going, like, you didn't even invite them, and now it's like, oh, I need a gift actually. Like, excuse me, Jordan, I need a gift. Actually,
yeah.
Can you send me something? Can you send me some money?
I don't like. It's
Here's my
so
Venmo.
hard. Joseph, go ahead. I don't want to ramble too much.
No, okay, so okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of creative reading here.
Okay.
This is a new field I'm pioneering. You're all familiar with creative writing, of course.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Creative
things a
reading.
step further. It's called creative reading.
Yes, sir.
And
okay, yeah.
My
Get me into
English
this
teachers
new
are
this new
writhing right
degree
now.
program.
it's a little bit different than literary analysis. It's a little bit different than literary criticism, right?
Okay.
Because those things require there to be like a foundational principle or guideline, or maybe some sort of like, let's say, I don't know, let's say evidence to what you're doing. But this is it's a little outside the realms of, I think it's really subversive what I'm doing.
Oh, very good. All right, I'm
my
excited.
God.
I'm excited.
Okay. So what the fuck is going on in this story? I don't think that couple C doesn't want them at the wedding. Okay?
Okay.
Like, I understand.
Okay.
I understand that friend groups are weird and there's like little catty, low stakes, bitchy little drama all the time, right? Okay. But it seems like if you're getting married, you would take precautions to ensure that people you don't want there are not going to be there. And at best, what I can see is that they're being kind of ambiguous about it. Like, they're like, oh, we're sending out
Sure.
invitations. If you didn't get one, let me know.
Okay.
And they say, we didn't get one. The answer here would be like,
Wait.
oh, sorry, we have a pretty limited guest list.
This is also for
we
the engagement
weren't able to-
party, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not
We
even
weren't
for the
able
wedding.
to.
Yeah.
We weren't able to find room for you. I'm super sorry, right? They don't say that. They say, okay, well, what does that imply? That implies that you're going to get the invitation.
Sure.
But then they say to them, okay, comma, we're going to hand deliver some people on a certain day and you'll just get a call. And so they say again, hey, we didn't get anything. And they say, okay. It's like, probably you should say, sorry, I didn't mean to string you along or anything, but we're not having you at the wedding,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
But then they find out, not from couple C, but from couple B, who's like, dude, couple C's like super mad at you. Like,
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they
do
don't want
say.
to invite you, and they were weirded out you were at the engagement party. Why? Why is that? Like,
Oh, yeah.
surely-
They just kind of jump off and say, we figured they no longer wanted to be friends. Is
and
that
this
the reason?
person, the response to that is they didn't say why, but we figured they no longer wanted to be friends. Why? Like, did you do something? Like, should they not? Like, what's going on? And he says, we were okay with this, but stayed Facebook friends basically to see the wedding photos. Seems like if they really didn't want you in their life, they would remove you from Facebook.
Yeah.
And then he says, I get an announcement attacking us for not sending gifts. I think it's very possible from couple C's perspective that in the hecticness of wedding plannery, they had intended to invite them at some point, but just like lost them twice, and then didn't feel slighted that they didn't show up, didn't say they weren't going to show up, and then didn't even give them a gift. They're in a group chat with these people. Like, they introduce them to each other. So I think it's possible that through this game of telephone, based on couple B just sort of stirring shit, both of these people are mad at each other for a reason they can't really elucidate.
Yeah.
And this thing, like, I think the reason that this couple is confused is because they're like, we didn't think you were supposed to send a gift if you weren't invited. It's possible that couple C's like, we meant to invite you.
Okay. All of this First of all, good job in launching creative reading. There's,
Yeah,
I see
problem.
I see a
Great
bright
session.
future for this study of academia.
Yeah.
Okay. All of this could very well be true. However, does it justify being catty about not getting a gift? Like announcing that they're frustrated that they didn't send a gift? Does any of, like, if what you are saying is true, right? Like there is this just big miscommunication and they didn't, like, through the hecticness of wedding planning, they weren't able to communicate as well as they could have about what they wanted from the poster. Okay. Even with all that being said, does that allow you to be upset that they didn't get a gift for you? And I don't think I can say yes. Like, not getting a gift from someone is a very entitled thing to be mad about.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
that's so yucky to me. I just can't, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard because there are social cues, like sending a thank you card or something like that. Like, there are these little things that exist in society that you should do that are just like traditional niceties. But I don't think buying a gift for someone is one of them, right? Are you following along with me? Am I making sense?
No, I get
Yeah.
you. The strange part I think that Joseph points out really well is just like, how is this happening? Like, how does this even happen? And like, but if it is all those things, even at the end of the day, you shouldn't expect the gift. Like, I'm not crazy. It is a gift. It's not payment. It's not required, right?
like that-
there
it
are
wouldn't be a
social norms, etc. But like at the end of the day, it's gifts. It's supposed to be like loving, not you all have to give a gift. And like, I'm just wondering what attack on Facebook, like what was this attack they received? Like an hey, they didn't give us a gift. Everyone go boo them. Like,
yeah,
what?
imagine they just like post it and like publicly.
Maybe in the group chat they got mad.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe it's like
No,
a
no,
DM.
it says it was on Facebook. They
Right.
like posted a fucking. Oh, you mean like maybe a DM on Facebook?
That's what I'm
in a
thinking,
Facebook
yeah,
That's
group.
maybe
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's maybe it. Maybe it could
Either
be publicly.
way, it's still fucking weird. Like, I don't know.
The vibes are off.
I can't see any situation where someone doesn't buy me a gift and I go like, wow, how thoughtless of you, you cretin. Like, I can't. I just wouldn't.
We're missing a lot of context because I feel like
I don't think we are.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I don't
saying,
think
like-
we're missing context at all. I think these people are just kind of fucking petty and weird.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine myself doing that, man. Like, that's just so weird. What a weird behavior
me
to have.
neither.
Ugh. I'm not with him on this one. Like,
No.
even if there is like all this miscommunication, first of all, miscommunication takes two parties. So like, I don't
True.
know.
Very
Like,
true.
They could both be at fault for this, but being entitled to the gift, I can't do it, man. Can't do it.
So I'm inviting you both to my next birthday. I expect gifts.
Oh, great.
Jordan, I don't know how to tell you this, but Danny doesn't really want you there.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right. Well, I guess I just won't interrogate that at all and just won't go.
Yeah, I need the SpongeBob champagne on my desk by 4
Oh, yeah.
p.m.
You getting fucked up on the Bob tonight?
I'm getting crunk on the Bob,
On the freaky Bob.
the freaky Bob. Are we ready to vote?
Yes.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's a strange one.
Decision time.
All right. When it comes to these fucking evil humans that won't give people a gift for their wedding, Jordan, are they the asshole?
Just like, I don't know. The one thing I could say to them that I think is a little bizarre, like in the perspective of the poster, them not like asking about this a little bit further from the start, like getting a curt okay from them and immediately thinking that they just don't want you to be friends anymore. Like, I don't know. I think that's a little bizarre. But ultimately, what brings me to the side of the poster is that the couple C is mad that they didn't get a gift. And what are you, 5? Like, come on. Complaining about not getting your Red Ryder BB gun. Like, be fucking for real with me, please. Like, yeah, no, the poster is not the asshole.
Danny?
Yeah, not the asshole. I think the gift giving is supposed to be a sort of loving gesture. You know, I think I have a lot of Catholic guilt. So, I never expect that kind of thing from anyone. And so when I see it in display like this of an almost like public harassment campaign, yeah, no, I'm good. I think I can safely say you're a bit of an asshole. You're kind of an asshole. Not the poster. They're not the asshole.
I just these people need some fucking hobbies. Like, what is going on?
Oh my
yeah,
God.
seriously, holy fuck.
Please, you got a big imagination. You got to figure this out, man. You've gotten your post deleted many times.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need to pick up some sort of game to have. I mean, obviously, I'm saying this as a card game player, but there's a lot of games out there that you can just sink your time into. I know a lot of people like Pokemon. You could try that one, right?
Yeah.
I heard Regulation H is pretty good. Try that out.
Yeah. Oh,
I was looking through. Oh, what's your vote, Joseph?
Oh yeah, it's
me? I think these people are assholes. Give them a present. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I don't know, man.
This is the weirdest story ever,
Yeah.
and everyone in it behaves like they would in an after-school special.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a story that includes functioning humans. They're like weird automatons that at age 3 had to endure the Ludovico technique, and they were shown Pretty Little Liars on a fucking loop. All right, these aren't people. They're fucking CW golems. Okay, I don't.
Yeah, like the way like an elemental.
I don't think they're assholes the same way I don't think like beetles and ladybugs and mosquitoes are assholes, you know? It's not even worth discussing them. They don't possess higher consciousness. Fuck.
So what is this, a 2-0-1 now? We got no, and who the fuck are you people?
We intentionally drew into Tonka here. Fucking hell.
The council has spoken.
All right, this third one is one that I think probably will strike a chord with many of our viewers. This comes from Eastern Maintenance 74. It's from Am I the Asshole? The original sub. It's about a day old. Am I the asshole for blowing my mom after her
What?
child
Nope.
fucked my dad? Wait, no, that's the first one.
You're so annoying.
Reading that one wrong.
That's
Okay.
not the title.
No. That's Am I the asshole for blowing up at my mom after she said I was being lazy and should have a job by now?
All right, everybody, I have a mini game. Guess the age of the poster.
Zoomer, like Elder Zoomer.
Yeah, I'm Zoomer. Oh, maybe millennial.
I'm gonna go with like 19.
I'll go with millennial.
Millennials are like 40, dog.
Oh, come on,
If you-
early millennial.
If you don't have a job by
whatever,
now,
man.
it's over for you.
Come on, dude.
You should at least have a fake job. Millennials are the greatest at fake jobbery, like podcaster,
Yeah. Hey,
Yugi tuber,
that's you.
project manager.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Shut
job.
up.
It's okay.
Project manager is my favorite fake job. It just doesn't mean anything.
He made fun of my job like an hour ago. So.
Yeah, just
Danny's job is spreadsheet ogler.
literally.
No, it's not. It's not. You're doing really important stuff.
No.
In another tab, you're building a Yu-Gi-Oh empire. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. All right. First two words. 27M. Pay up. Pay up.
You're
Okay,
unemployed
well, hold up.
motherfucker at 2 p.m.
On
Reddit.com.
Reddit.com. So, okay, but this is a weird age for sure. I get it. I understand it. Let's
That
hear
is
him
fair.
out.
That is fair.
Around a month and a half ago, our department cut its funding and I got laid off. No promise of
okay.
returning either. I'm a case manager.
Ah.
However, after 3 years of it, I'm not ready to return either. What the fuck is case manager?
This
Like,
is a
for
social
what?
work thing. This is a social work thing. I guarantee
Oh,
it.
I see.
guarantee
Okay,
it.
okay, yes. You're right. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Honestly, after 3 years of it, I'm not ready to return either.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
Yeah, well, that makes
If
sense.
there's one thing I know about social work people, it's that they don't get burned out ever.
Yeah, nope. Dear listener, for context, I have a bachelor's in social work and mental health counseling. So, yep. There's going to get a lot of empathy for me in this one, but continue. Sorry.
And here he is on a podcast in case you need to know how that's
Yeah,
going.
see how well it's working out.
Yep.
All right, okay. I only got paid $18 an hour and was stressed out almost every day with a big caseload of clients. Okay,
Yeah.
not to get too in the weeds on this, but like public defense work is like this too. Boy, doesn't it suck that like the helping people jobs are always paid $2 above minimum wage and you're doing like 5 people's jobs?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
It's
abysmal.
like so shitty.
It's abysmal.
It's like
Jeez.
every job like that where you're like, you have to help someone. It's like, no, dude, we can't pay you for that
Oh,
shit.
no,
We
we're
gotta
not
look at
paying
some
you.
spreadsheets first.
Yeah, there's a
Get
lot
your
of
ass on Excel.
Yeah, ogle some spreadsheets, okay?
interesting parts about our infrastructure where, like office corporate jobs where you're ogling spreadsheets all day pay you $90,000 a year, but the jobs that are like built to foundationally help people that are in their worst parts of life, they're paid like, I don't know, $30,000 a year. Like, I don't know, maybe, just saying, maybe that is something wrong with society that's leading to a lot of problems. I don't know.
Can you shut up? I'm filming my
Anyway.
TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I went into medieval times, and it was like kind of a blur.
Wait, it would be like a day in my life as a caseworker. I wake up at 7 a.m. I've got 50 people on deck for today, so I need to be ready bright and early at 9. I take a shower and commence screaming.
Yep.
At 5:30 p.m., I cease screaming and go directly to sleep.
Yep. Repeat this until you die.
In 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Since being laid off, I've applied to 30 different places. I've lost count. My mother is helping me as well. I have had no follow-up phone calls. I cannot believe it's this hard. 8 years ago, I feel like you could walk in anywhere, hand someone a resume, and get an interview same day. Now everything is done online. No personableness at all. The only place that called me back was an entry-level stalking position, and they called me and said they had other more qualified candidates. Lol. Here's where my mother comes in. She sensed me getting frustrated about the job search and starts sending me links of places hiring in the area. The problem is my mother is just old-fashioned. She's in her 60s. She thinks I'll get hired anywhere because I have a bachelor's. Yesterday, she sent me a supervisor position at a factory and said, you have a bachelor, you'll be at the top of the list of candidates. Mom, another one just told me they had more qualified people stocking the shelves. She gets upset when I say that I'm not going to apply because it's a waste of my time. She feels I'm being lazy. We get into it and I thank her for the help, but I tell her times are changing and it's just not easy to get a decent job anymore. I can appreciate my mother's help, but I just don't like being put down for being lazy when it doesn't make sense to even waste my time.
You are not an asshole.
You are not
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay,
Let me be quick. I'm not going to say the mother here is like terribly mean or whatever. I get she's just trying to help, whatever. I've been here. I think all three of us have probably been here desperately searching for a job, applying everywhere and anywhere you can on 7,000 different websites, praying to Christ someone can give you a single edge anywhere. So when, you're, got the spirit but isn't helpful mother says, apply to this incredibly insane supervisor position, I cannot blame this person for being like, that's a waste of my time. I just can't apply there. And of course, the horrible thing about applying to jobs is you can actually, which sucks. And no one tells you that. But even then, it still feels useless because you'll probably still not get it. It's just like, it just sucks all around. But that being said, saying that this person's lazy is ridiculous. And I get being kind of like at your boiling point,
It's so bad out there right now. Like, I thank God every day that I have something consistent that gives me a paycheck. Like, dude, I don't know if y'all know about like applicant tracking systems or Indeed and ZipRecruiter and all that, like just how companies are posting like ghost jobs now that they'll never fill. Like, dog, it's awful out there right now, specifically now. Like, there's a lot of statistics about how June and July were like record lows for people getting hired. Like, nah, there was a time and place where like I don't know, I can't even say that, but like all I'm trying to get at is this guy being 27 and not finding a job and only losing his job because of getting laid off. Like, yup, been there, literally been there. Like, I could see myself in this guy's position because I also had a case management job right out of college that I only lost because I was laid off. Like, been there. And I got very lucky. And some people just don't get lucky.
Okay. I guess I'm going to take a little bit of a different position than both of you.
I'm in.
Sure.
So everything you've said so far is correct insofar as it's fucking impossible to find work. It's the hardest thing in the universe. Degrees don't mean anything anymore. I know so many people that have bachelor's degrees, they have postgraduate degrees, they have like fucking master's degrees and shit. And, it's actually really still very easy to ball up a resume with a master's degree on it and throw it in the garbage can.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people who are in this position looking for literal manual labor work, like fucking stocking shelves and shit, and can't get it. Notably, I think when people do the job search, they apply to some of those places in order to get like a baseline, and then they feel like shit when they get rejected from them. Just understand that if you are like a person who has a master's degree, you are not going to get a job stocking shelves. They know that it is not something you are going to do for a consistent amount of time, and they know that you're old, okay? That's why you're being passed over.
Yeah.
Not because there are people with PhDs applying to stock shelves as well, okay? But obviously, the number one thing that gets you work is knowing people who have an in somewhere.
Yeah.
Yup.
And that sucks to say, but like you got to be tapping on your friends and your colleagues from other places. If your department cut its funding, hit up some of the people from your department. Be like, where did you end up? You know, are they hiring and stuff like that? And this is going to sound really harsh. 30 resumes in 30 days is not that many.
That's pretty bad. I'm reading back
Yeah.
on it, and I absolutely agree.
In fact, people in the comments noticed that when it was posted, it said 15 different places, and then he edited it to 30. Like, it sucks to say, but you may have to put out like several hundred resumes before you get bites.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, if you don't have an in already, it really is kind of a numbers game.
Yeah.
And 30 in 30 is not a sufficient numbers game. People in the comments, I think, are right about how you should approach it. Like, don't just be like waiting to hear back. Like, it should be your job to look for a job.
Yes.
Like, spend 40 hours a week applying to shit, which is going to suck. Like, it's going to be ass, and you're not going to get paid for it, which makes it even worse. But, like, it can't just be a hobby of yours while you, I don't know, you do other stuff.
Yeah, because I get that if you still are at your job, right? Like,
Yeah.
because like I used to do this when I hated my job, and I would apply to like one place like a couple days a week while I was working
Yeah.
full time, you know, like,
Exactly.
and
yeah.
but as soon as I was on unemployment, I was applying to like 4 or 5 companies like a day. Sometimes not, right? Sometimes I took breaks, but like I really was like hounding everywhere. Also, I stopped like looking in like my main area around me, and I was like, why don't I just work in like New York or whatever, and like infinitely better, more job opportunity, more like there's just so many things you can do that you just don't know, by the way. So it's
Yeah.
just like this guy could just also not know. But that being said, I agree. I think, sorry to cut you off, but absolutely.
The even worse part about it too is you said that applying to places needs to be like a job. It is also like a job in the sense that other people are going to be better at it than you are.
Mhm.
Like, I've talked about applicant tracking systems before, but a thing that happens with ATSs is that they can just like auto decline you. Like, there are methods in
Yeah.
place where ATSs can auto decline you if like your application doesn't have enough like keywords that they're looking for, right? Like,
Yeah.
you have to like finagle things around to match the job descriptions that you're applying to, and it's like, it sucks ass. And God, because it feels so bad to read this post and be like, you are still kind of being lazy, because like that's so shitty to say, because the situation
Yeah.
that we are in is bad.
It's just the amount of effort it takes to get hired and have a job is astronomical.
Yeah.
It's like you are putting in a normal amount of effort, which of course is wholly insufficient.
Yeah. Yes.
I think the place I'm ending up on this, I think, is I can feel for both parties here, because what he says is his mom can tell that he's getting frustrated and is like, well, let me help my little boy, and is sending him applications. And he basically is like, Mom, you don't know what you're doing. Like, you are not helping me. You're just sending me stuff that I'm unqualified for, or that I have the wrong skill set for,
Right.
or that I don't want to work at. Like, don't apply somewhere you don't want to work. You might actually have to work there.
Yeah.
And he's like, just stop. And then she feels spurned because she feels like she is trying to help but isn't being allowed to. He feels infantilized because his mom is like, oh, well, I could do it on my lunch break. And I think the difference in understanding about how things work now from the mom, and the difference in understanding how much work he is going to have to exert from the guy looking for work, have just made both of them treat each other pretty poorly, despite the fact that they both have the best interests of the kid at heart.
Yeah.
yeah.
And honestly, like,
Oh, yeah.
to put my own experience into it, he probably doesn't want to go back to work yet because he's fucking exhausted. Like,
Yeah.
he
True.
got laid off
That's
a
a good
month and a
point.
half ago. Oh, I'm sorry. The emotional stress of being a case manager is gonna it's gonna be there a little bit. Like,
Mhm.
that's also another reason why it's like, yeah, I only have enough energy.
I wasn't a case manager, but when I got unemployed, I don't know. I just felt so like dejected.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think
man.
I played like Okami for like 30 hours, like one day, just nonstop. And I mean, I still like was crazy applying. I did like unemployment, but I still was like,
Oh yeah, being on unemployment was like the worst fucking experience of my life. It sucked so bad because when you're on unemployment, it is like, oh, you got to find a job like ASAP. And
yeah,
It is quite literally your job to prove that you are looking for a job. Oh, except for COVID. That COVID unemployment was great, man.
Oh, it was
yeah, fair enough.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the worst because they didn't fire me. They furloughed everyone else except me. So I was very grateful I still had a job. But all my other friends were like, I'm getting paid to not go to work. And I was like, God dang it. The weird part about this definitely was the 8 years ago, you used to hand a resume and get an interview same day.
I imagine he meant like 80.
Right? I'm like, that was like 50 years ago, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
Back in 2008, jobs were falling off trees, and so were CEOs for some reason.
Yeah.
What was going on exactly?
But like, this was posted a day ago. 8 years ago would be 2016. Like,
Yeah.
we got TikTok now. We making TikToks.
Yeah, just be a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, just fuck it. Just start a Twitch stream, be a podcaster, stream 20 hours a day, only get 4 hours of sleep, start up a side business, sell shirts and watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, he's just not in his grind. That's
Right.
That's the real
Start
problem.
selling hustle culture style lifestyle
that's
lifeline podcast lines like never
Listen,
give
here's
up.
what you got to do.
Wake up 8 a.m.
Conceptualize each day as 3 days. Day 1, I'm kicking your ass. Day 2, I'm eating your ass.
A
Day 3,
millionaire
I'm
mindset.
fucking your dad. No, yeah, it's just rough to be like, yup, both you and your mom are right.
Yes.
Like you got to put in more effort,
You're-
and she's completely wrong about how hiring works. And welcome to hell, buddy.
Yeah, welcome to
Yeah,
hell.
it
I
is-
think
it is hell.
throwing in the towel is assholey, and then blowing up at your obviously well-meaning mother to say like, I don't want to apply. Like, that's the wrong mentality. It's just wrong. Apply to
Yeah.
everything, literally everything.
No. I get not applying to this
No, I
place he
know.
doesn't want to work and doesn't feel qualified
Yeah,
for, but
yeah.
he definitely didn't have to take it out on his mom.
For
Yeah.
sure.
There's a way to do this where you're just like, Mom, I really appreciate the help. I know what's good for me. And that mentality can be backed up with, and I applied to like 100 places this week.
Yeah.
Right. You just say like, I'm.
It's going to ring a little more hollow if you were like, I've applied somewhere every other day this month. It's been crazy.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Honestly, my big piece of advice is go be a barista for a little while and do that while you are trying to apply to other places. Great.
Mhm.
You get free coffee. You get to get up early. You get out of work early. You can start applying. Free coffee. I mean, like, look, when times are rough, you do what you gotta do. Man, this poor guy. God,
Yeah,
feel
I mean,
bad
but
for
this
him.
is just like, I don't know. This is sort of the reality of like being a weird Z-lineal now, right? It's
Yeah.
like if you get laid off, you're in a position where like, you know, you're not really going to be able to compete for these like jobs they want teenagers who don't know their labor rights in.
Yeah.
And also all the good jobs, we're all just kind of waiting for the boomers to keel over. So, you know, maybe in 10 years there will be a huge hiring surge, but not at present.
Sorry, companies. There's not a lot of entry-level positions for people that have had 5 years of experience. You know, those are hard to fill. So, oops.
Well, do we want to vote on this one?
Yeah, this one's bleak. Sure.
Let's do it.
Decision time.
All right, when it comes to your unemployed friend at 2 p.m., Jordan, is he the asshole?
Gosh, there are things he's doing wrong. There are things the mom is doing wrong, but I certainly can't put an asshole tag on this guy. Like, I just have too much empathy for him. He does have to change. He does have to, you know, put the grind down and work on applying more and changing his application strategy and probably implementing some different strategies of talking to people he knows to try to get it in. But all those suck, and he's discouraged, and I can't blame him for that. So he's not the asshole.
Ooh, I'm going to go the other way. I think that, you know, that's all correct, but, you know, he can be discouraged and frustrated, but yelling at your mom about it isn't going to solve anything.
Oh, that's
I think
actually
that's like
fair.
an asshole-y thing to do.
That's fair. I changed my answer. You're right. I forgot
Oh,
about
never
the
mind.
question.
Fuck you.
I forgot about the question. Am I the asshole for blowing up
I
my
was
mom?
going to get to say, Danny, you're the tiebreaker,
No.
but Danny,
no,
your
you're right,
opinion
you're right.
doesn't matter.
No, I'm sorry, Joseph. You brought me back to the title, and the title is what matters here. Yeah, he shouldn't have blown up at his mom for this. Sorry, that is an asshole thing to do. I take it back.
What do you think, Danny?
Lazy's such a like mean word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I just
Actually,
like
I take it. I take it back. I'll go the other way. I'm back to my original
Fuck you.
point.
I do want to point out the mom never calls him lazy.
Oh.
He infers that she thinks he is being lazy.
Okay, I go back to the point where you had Joseph. No,
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna.
We got
Holy
Mitt Romney
shit.
flip flopper here, Mr. Pancake.
You miss 47% of the shots you don't take.
Okay. Facts over feelings. Okay, facts over feelings. If she didn't actually call you lazy, then you're just being a bit of a bitch. Okay. It really does matter though to me. Like it matters if the mom is saying, "Well, you're being lazy." That's mean, right? Like that is clearly not the case. That is not. That's not true. He's not being lazy, even if he isn't applying to as many places as he could. Like it's not true. He is applying, right? And he's burnt out. Like that just doesn't contribute to anything. But if she didn't say that, she feels that I'm being lazy, but didn't actually say that he's lazy, then nah, man. I think you're a bit of an asshole here. There's no reason to blow up at your helpful mother. Regardless of how unhelpful she is, she's just trying, right? Like, and like, this is happening like in my life right now. Like my mom is, and me, and I'm like helping out my sister who's like trying to find work too. And like, is my sister gonna be like, shut up, mom, I'm not lazy? Like that's not the case. Like, and if that's so, which I believe, and I believe the comments and I believe I believe the guy said is that no, she didn't actually call me lazy, then you're a bit of an asshole. I'm just a bit. On the title, the blow up is mean. You don't have to blow up at your mom. She's just trying to help you.
I agree.
Communicate with her, okay? Instead of just being like, I know what I'm doing. Shut up. Like, come on. Just say, if you don't need her help, you're an adult. You can tell her like a normal adult and say, I got this, mom. I know it sucks. I appreciate your help. It's awesome. I'll let you know if I need help. That, boom, easy, done, over.
The council has spoken.
All right.
So do you guys have any like dads? You guys know?
Stop.
All right.
moms?
Well, I think that does it. I don't know. Do we want to talk about Hawk Tua a little before we
No,
go?
I'm so done.
I am going to hawk Tua on this podcast, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Tua, spit on that thing.
Shut up.